Hello all everyone from ETV special program. In today's episode I met Kaleb Moti. He is a young investor as well, farmer who is engaged in the agriculture sector here in Ethiopia. We are going to raise several topics in connection with agricultural productivity, import substitution and homegrown reform in connection with the agriculture sector. He has been attending electrical engineering at Addis Ababa University Science and Technology Institute, but right then he has joined the agriculture sector, so he's going to share us his experience. Welcome to ETV studio.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
All right. Kaleb, while you have been studying electrical engineering at Addis Ababa University at the School of Science and Technology, then you have changed the sector and joined the agriculture sector. So as a young Ethiopian, who have grown up in the city or urban areas, what motivated you to join the agriculture sector?
Thank you for inviting me. Agriculture, since I was a child, I was interested in nature, green places. I like to enjoy nature, staying at green places, thinking, for meditation. I have interest still when I was a child. But when I started business, I have done research on Ethiopia's economy. Since agriculture is the backbone of our economy, our export is agriculture. Our land is fertile. Our market is mostly agriculture. It is the easier business to do in our country. Secondly, most people, especially at the city areas, at urban peoples, when they think of business, they don't see their country. They don't see the grounds of this country, because when I see that our country is developed and grounded on the agriculture, why don't I start agriculture? The main problem I had was the finance to start. So I started side hustling at the city on different things. I have a construction materials trading company. Then I saved and I start small. Now I have a farm in Butajra, tomato farm, onion, wheat farm. So this is how I started my agriculture journey.
Right. As the government of Ethiopia has given due attention for the agriculture sector, it has launched a 10 years homegrown economic reform in various sectors. Yeah. The first and the basic one is the agriculture sector. As you have observed, so the nation has registered several promising results in terms of production and productivity in agriculture sector.
Yes.
As we have witnessed, we have harvested millions tons of hectares of wheat in this season. So from your own experience, what is the importance, significance, or giving priority to the agriculture sector? So what is expected, or what's the benefits of working towards agriculture as a nation, as an individual, as well as a larger number of farmers?
Well, in my point of view, I think our country is rich. Ethiopia is a rich country. I don't know what others think, but in my point of view, Ethiopia is rich. You know, let me tell you why I say this. We have every part of our country is fertile. We have the best weather, temperature. We have the best, all of the year we have enough sunshine. We don't have a problem with water. We don't have a problem with human labor. Everything is sufficient to do this agriculture. So the main benefit to do this sector is we are already starting on an already fertile land. This is a big opportunity. This is a gifted country. So the big benefit is we are already starting the business. We are investing on an already fertile and arable land. Secondly, we are when we do this sector, we are not creating the market. We are not creating a new thing. We are already, the country's market is dependent on agriculture. So you don't have to do a new market. Once we start our agriculture, we are already getting into the backbone economy. So it's easier to do this sector. So the best benefit is it's easier to start. Already gifted land. Already the market is open. Already all the world is giving attention to our agriculture, but no one is seeing this. Everyone is running running to our country for this resource. So this is easier in my point of view. That's the best benefits.
So nature by itself is a good opportunity for
yes,
us.
Yes.
Right. So now I think the government has offered the attention for the sector. But what I'm thinking is, what shall be done from your own experience to boost the production and the productivity? Now we have already said, like, investing, working towards agriculture is compulsory. It's not an option. But what should be done to boost or to increase productivity? From your own experience, you can share us.
There are a lot of things to do to boost our sector. First of all, creating awareness is the first thing. Because when I say awareness, I'm not talking about our local farmers or the rural places. City people, the urban people like me, we don't know the real background of agriculture. We all know we are eating food from agriculture, but we don't know how to start, we don't know how to farm, we don't know how to use, because the main problem, the money is in the city, the capital is in the city, the education is in the city. All this force is focusing on other sectors, not agriculture. So if you are able to create good awareness on the city, people will start to invest to modernize our agriculture. Secondly, the main thing to do to boost our sector is to mix agriculture and technology, in my point of view. Because if you see, most of agriculture are traditional. That's why we are not able to produce effective production. But since it's fertile land, we are keeping up with the world. But if we mix technology, modernizing mechanisms to our agriculture, we're going to be the first in the world. So the second thing to do is modernize and mechanizing our agriculture sector. Thirdly, in my thing, to boost our sector, people like me, people who want to do this business, there's a lot of bureaucracy. Getting a land, getting finance, getting help, there's a lot of bureaucracy. I want to do my business, I want to expand, but land is a big issue. So if the government is simplifying all this issue, people will, because this is a big discouragement to do the business, to do this sector. So secondly, if the government simplify all this bureaucracy to do this investment, to get the land, to get the finance, to get the bank, everything, I think it brings a better encouragement to the sector. Finally, what I think the best thing to do is like arranging the use, making an association for the use, arranging peoples, give them land, give them the finance to let them start to help this economy.
With technical support.
With technical support and everything. Then maybe the government can have a share from their product, maybe the people can have a share. By encouraging the youth to do this, we are creating educated agriculture type. And second, we are going to be able to control the youth. We are going to turn their attention from political issue, from fighting, from anything to work. So this can be done to improve our sector. The last thing that I want to say is this. The last thing, the main problem even I am facing in my farm, there is a big shortage of fertilizers in this country. I understand why. Because most of our fertilizers are imported. Urea, many things are imported. Now there is a problem of hard currency. This is a big problem. So as a solution, what I think, if even I have a project now, I'm trying to do. I've given the government my proposal and everything, to do organic fertilizers in the country. We can make organic fertilizers from animal wastes, plant wastes, everything. We can do the best organic fertilizers. There have been many research. So if we are able to be, if the government is able to encourage us to do this kind of fertilizers, we can have sufficient fertilizer. Now it's a big problem. If you go to the sector, there's a big shortage. So if we are able to produce these fertilizers in the country, I think the sector is going to be changed a lot.
I think from agriculture sectors, the government has offered attention for wheat production especially.
Yes.
So there are like rice production, avocado, vegetables and the fruits are in priority. From your own experience, you have a wheat farmland as well, tomato
Yes.
and the onion. So Ethiopia is suitable for other cereals beyond wheat production or rice from your own experience. And then what shall be done even at least to make like import substitution?
Let me just say something about wheat. Wheat is the third most produced crop in the world, and the second most consumed food in the world. Wheat has a big section of our food in the world. So Russia, China were the greatest, the largest exporters of wheat, even the largest producers of wheat. It has been for 10 years, 20 years, Russia, India, China, like this. But now since after the war, the Russian-Ukraine war, there have been a big crisis of wheat in the whole global market. This affects Africans. This affects Ethiopia. Now we can understand why the government started this wheat revolution. Because if we didn't have this much of wheat at this year, we would have been a big hunger, a big wheat shortage. Now it has been solved. Not just that, we are being. I think the Ethiopia is already arranging to export the wheat. When I heard this, that's why I started my wheat farming. I have almost 10 hectares of wheat in my land. That's why the government is pushing everyone to do this wheat farm. But other than that, cereals, fruit, vegetables. 2-3 weeks ago, I was reading some research FAO made, Food and Agriculture Organization. They have a list of the most valuable and the most produced crops: rice, maize, corn, wheat, banana, apples, grapes, a lot of things. All of them are produced in Ethiopia, believe it or not. All of them are produced in Ethiopia. This is a big thing. This is a big thing. You know, cereals, fruits, vegetables, they control the global market. The global market. In my opinion, the government should encourage every fruit, vegetable farming. Let me tell you why. In our country, there are import fruits, there are import vegetables, there are import cereals everywhere. If you can go to a supermarket, you will see this one is a local apple, this one is an import apple, this one is a local onion, this one is import. Even the price is different. Someone with more money buys the imported one, with less money. Yeah. This is a big effect on the economy. Why do you think that happens? The imported one, it's high quality, it's produced by literate people, it's produced by modern technology. If we are able to control this quality, this management, this education to our fruit and vegetable farming, this is a big change for our economy. It helps on our hard currency. It helps on import economy. If we encourage this fruit and vegetable farm, not just for ourselves, we can even export. Yeah. Because we have enough fertile soil, we have the best land, we have the best temperature, we have the best people. We can do this. So even encouraging the fruit and vegetable sector can substitute our import items, and also even we can export. Exactly. That's what I think.
Right, that's great. You have raised a very interesting point. But in connection with your farmland, so is it promising the area is suitable for onion or tomato?
Currently, I have onion and tomato farm around Butajra. The place is so amazing. the temperature is throughout the year. It's just hot temperature, not too hot, not too cold. Even the winter is not too cold. We have water. The most amazing thing about the place is water. You can have water within 8-90 meters digging. You can have underground water, spring water.
Okay. So you use irrigation?
Yes, I use irrigation. I have motor pumps. I have underground wells. With this, I have tomato farm. I have onion farm. Almost maybe a 1 kilometer difference. I have onion. The place is amazing.
Right. So that means like people shall engage on onion, or tomato,
yes.
potato, and other sectors.
Almost more than 50% of the country's place is suitable for any kind of farm.
Exactly. So my question next is, there are lots of investors, foreign as well, local investors who needs or demands to engage on this sector, especially foreign investors. Engage in telecom service in Ethiopia, as you know, in banking and other sectors.
Yes.
But I don't know any foreign investor who is engaged in agriculture sector. I don't know. You are going to clarify for us. But there are who want to know about Ethiopia's farmland, agriculture, the situation, and so on and so forth. So, what is your message for those who are watching this program, for foreign as well local investors who want to engage on this sector? So, what is your message?
The main problem with the foreign investment is the lack of knowledge. I think they don't know how our country is based on this agriculture sector. As an investor, let me speak an investor language. As an investor, the first thing you think of is your return, your return of investment. Common 10% return, 15% return, 12%, 8%, this is common in the global market. Sometimes when you do agriculture, believe it or not, sometimes you get 100% return. Sometimes you get 200%. Sometimes you get a loss. That's because maybe you have a disease management problem, water management problem. If you do your work correctly, always there's a return. Last year, let me share my experience. Last year, I had a tomato farm. I started, I was expecting, on my harvest, I was expecting 72,000 kilos per hectare. I was planning to harvest that. I was ready for that. Believe it or not, I harvest 98,000 kilograms per hectare.
That's more.
More than I expected. That's because we control everything. We control the disease. We have a good water management. We have good people. If as an investor, if you control all these challenges and you can do, always a return. I think that's the first thing as an investor, what you think about. Second thing is the challenges and the cost you arrange to do withstand those challenges. Our country, relative to other countries, we have zero challenges for our agriculture farming. Other countries are fighting for disease. Other countries are fighting for water. They move 2, 3, 4 kilometers of water from one place to another. We have everywhere. Our temperature is good. Some countries are a fight for sunshine. They have too much sunshine. They have no sunshine. This is, but our country doesn't have these challenges. I think this is the best opportunity for an investor.
So anyone who wants to join the business?
Yes. So as an investor, if you think all this, I think this is the best investment in our country. I think this is thirdly, as an investor, you don't have to create your market, like I said before. You don't have to create your market. You don't have to create customers. You don't have to create anything, because our most exported products are agriculture. Our most transaction are agriculture. Our most produced item in the country is agriculture. Market is already open.
Right. That's awesome. So beyond your personal initiation as well government's plan, let me ask you a question. What do you see after 5 years in Ethiopia's agriculture sector? Your projection. What do you think? Do you think we will become like self-sufficient? We will export different items to neighboring countries or different parts of the world? So what do you think? Do you think we will register something like promising results in connection with the agriculture sector?
In fact, actually, the current movement for the agriculture is a big promise for our country. You know, I think the main problem is awareness, not the other thing. If we are able to create good education for the youth about the modern agriculture and the technology for the agriculture, biotechnology, if we create this in 5 years, 10 years, I'm very sure Ethiopia will be the most fertile land where all countries buy their food from us. We're going to be on top of the food chain.
Right.
This is what I think.
Yeah, thank you. Finally, I have finished my question, but any message you'd like to say for stakeholders, government, international donors, and so on and so forth?
Any message I have a message for the government. 3 messages enough. I have the first message I have, if the government is able to arrange the youth association, some arrange peoples to help with this agriculture, like I said before, if he's able to give the land, give the finance, help, technical support, I'm very sure our country's economy will be changed vastly. The last message is I want to thank everyone who helps me on my journey. I want to thank World Administration of Putajara people. They give me a good security coverage. They give me a good supply. They give me enough human labors. I want to thank my loved one. I want to thank my family. I want to thank my friend. Right. That's my last message.
Well, Kaleb Moti, I would like to appreciate for your time being here at the studio and share us your experience in connection with the agriculture sector.
Thank you very much.
Well, viewers, you have been watching our special program. I met today Kaleb Moti. He is a young investor and a farmer around Addis Ababa. He is engaged in various agricultural sectors. He has a farmland on onion, tomato, and wheat production. He has shared us his own experience comparing with the large picture of the country. Until I come yet with another topic next time, I am Ogayo Mulonel, host. Thank you very much and stay tuned with other programs of ATV.
Praises to the King, it's always how it's been.